Hey, good morning, everybody. It is 26 degrees, and thankfully, it's not going to do that again tomorrow. Jerry, how many inches in Leesville? You're going to have to wait. No, I'm kidding. It's probably about 5 to 8. That's what we're looking at pretty much across the area. So I've blown it all, but I believe, who was it, Jeremy, that said I could just say it's going to rain a lot. It's pretty much true. If you want to tune out and go back to what you were doing, that's about all I have for today, apart from some cold air that is in place right now. 26 degrees out at the airport. That was as of 9 o'clock, so still 26. It's going to get above freezing in the next couple of hours, but it does look like a pretty chilly day is in store for us. Everyone's still below freezing, 25 to 30 from north to south, so it is cold. You will need a coat, but the big story is going to become the rain. So the day planner today, it's chilly, but it's not bad compared to where we are going to be. I think we're going to see those temperatures stay in check today, but then overnight tonight, they actually kind of stop cooling up. Well, I'll show you right now. So we warm up into the mid-40s today, and then look what happens here. We actually kind of fall back a little bit. We're going to see the temperatures plane out, 38, 39 degrees, and then come back up toward morning. And you can see the greens are kind of nosing into the southwestern part of the state. And I'm going to show you the moisture return in a little better detail here in a little bit. But there's a lot of moisture coming. I talked about this in the forecast that I wrote out yesterday. Right now, looking across the country, we do have our system that's coming out through Texas. That is going to bring us a lot of rainfall. Already some mixed precipitation falling in Texas. And I'll tell you this, if you are headed up north tomorrow, winter weather advisories, ice storm warnings in place for parts of Arkansas. I believe Oklahoma's in on that, and maybe southwest Missouri. I just know Arkansas is going to get hit pretty well by this. So if you are headed to Fort Smith, Little Rock, something like that, it is going to be a little icy, but then it warms up, and we're going to see that turn back over to just regular old rain. 62%, that is the number. It seems like it's dropping like 1% every day as we prep for this rain, but in the past year, we're down to 62% of where we should be in the last 365 days relative to what we normally get on the rainfall. This is going to be interesting to see how high we kind of pop this up here over the next, 4 or 5 days. It's going to be a pretty sizable rain event here, though. We're going to see the flood potential increase, and we're going to see this, the drought monitor, we're going to see this reduced by a couple of categories at least from what I'm thinking. And this has kind of shrunk up, but we're still in a D4 exceptional drought down there around Houma, toward Grand Isle, and up here from Leesville through, what's that? Pretty much Grant and Wynn Parish, and then up toward Tallulah. And then we have another D4 there for parts of Avoyelles and Rapides Parish. So we need the rainfall. We're going to get a lot of it. I actually am kind of now, it looks like, from what I'm seeing, the more extreme solutions that I saw a few days ago, we had some that were showing like over isolated areas, over 15 inches. We're getting away from that. We're getting to more reasonable kind of levels here, and maybe there will be flooding, I think, but it's possible that this could be just what the doctor ordered. Look at all those qualifiers I'm throwing in. Now watch the dew point. It's 11 roughly right now. Watch this thing come up. About 45, 50 in the morning, 60s by early Tuesday. So we go from like no moisture to pretty humid, and then we just kind of keep leveling up in stages here. Mid 60s by Tuesday night, upper 60s Wednesday afternoon. And that is when I think we have our highest chance for flooding, because we're going to be on like round 3 or 4 of the rainfall by then, and we're going to see that rainfall really pick up. I think with all this moisture kind of pooling ahead of the front, I think I have one more frame to go. Yeah, okay, so you can see how it's kind of drying out, or it's dropping off a little bit. The dew point is up in Shreveport. This is the front, and that's going to be kind of a running board, kind of a boundary that we're going to focus this rainfall on, and we're going to see tons of rainfall between, I think, Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, and that's going to come after we've already seen a few inches. So yeah, it's going to be raining a lot, and Futurecast shows these waves of rain. You can see the pink real quick up there to the northwest. That's where the ice is going to be. We are safe. We're not going to see that, but by Monday afternoon, rain chances really start to pick up, and you can see there's no real dry time between now and Thursday. Well, you'll see all of that in just a second, but you can see that there will be breaks, but there's not going to be like a time where we're looking at radar and it's totally clear. So Tuesday, 8 p.m., rain in the area. Rain kind of back building across the area by 4 p.m. Wednesday. And then this is a general idea, but this is what I'm kind of worried about, seeing like a training line of storms set up, because we have instability that's going to be in place. So when you have instability, and you have a lot of moisture, that's a recipe for heavy rainfall, especially if those storms are going to be kind of walking over the same areas. And that's what I think is going to happen. And that's what we have to kind of see where that lines up, because, we're going to have the rain in the area for the next few days from Monday through Wednesday. And then Wednesday into Thursday, that's when wherever we get that 50 to 100 mile wide band of heavy thunderstorms that kind of trains over the same area, that's where we're going to see the flooding issues that are going to be the worst across our area. And it looks like it is going to happen somewhere in our area. Now, this is the Barron model. This only goes through midnight Wednesday, so it's not capturing it all. And I'll be darned if I didn't just skip right past it. Hold on, I'm going to stop and go back because we can do that, right? Let's see. I'll just walk you through it this way. Whatever. There's your rain totals. About, let's see, I go up to my keyframe here. 2 inches. Okay, again, one model. 2 inches by Wednesday morning. If we go further into the future then, you see how it kind of builds up quickly there. So we get 2 inches the first couple of days, and then 2 to 3 inches by about midnight Thursday, and it's still raining. So I still am going for those totals to be above 5 inches in the area, and I will show you that as I restart the show. That was easy. 5 inches widespread. I mean, so pretty much the whole state, save the southeastern tip here, is going to be in the 4 to 7 inch range. I really think it's more like 4 to 8 with isolated areas of 10. You can see these little purple dots. That's 7 inch, not going to be exactly in that dot, but just gives you an idea that this is not just right at 5 inches, that this is going to be, 6, 7, in some areas possibly 8 inches of rainfall. So a little bit less extreme than we were thinking, but we also are kind of stretching the rain chances out a little bit further, and I'll show you that in just a second in the 7-day. But the severe outlook remains very low on Tuesday. We have a marginal risk sneaking out toward Holly Beach and Johnson's Bayou, but that, I think, comes up into our area on Wednesday. It's not forecast just yet officially on the SPC site, but I do think we'll see the chance for a few storms. And look, it's just chaos. I had to add all the rainy words there. I'll get my face out of the way. I think you'll be okay. Look at that. Rainy, heavy rain, flood threat, lots of rainfall. Rain chances up around 100% by Wednesday, probably pretty much Monday afternoon through Thursday morning. We're going to have really high rain chances. That's what you need to focus on. Then I think we get a break. Then we could see another little impulse come through Saturday, though that does not look like a flooding issue, but it looks like, just more rain falling at that point. But this is going to be a big help for the drought. And, we actually do have some drier air coming in after this. So as I said, if we get 5 or 6 inches and it kind of comes in an orderly fashion, this could be exactly what we've needed for a long time. After this, it looks like the temperature outlook, we're back toward normal, a little above perhaps as we head into February, and then we're going to see those rain chances kind of tapering off, but I think we get active again after this forecast period in a couple of weeks. But that's kind of beyond, where we can get specific. So, no, it won't be cold. Yeah, that's the thing. I think I'm not sending the rain, but yes, I think the rain is getting sent, and I think we might be I think we're going to see some river flooding here, but I don't think it's perhaps as extreme as I thought a few days ago. So that is some good news. We do need the rain, so we are going to get it, and we're going to get a lot of it. I will answer a couple of questions here as I get out of here, but I'm going to go ahead and put the music up. I'm going to take my face off, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning.